Okay, moving on to the back. There are 45 cans of mixed nuts. Okay, sounds pretty good. Each can has 338 nuts. Wow. No variation. Below is Mary's work to find the total number of nuts. What is the missing number? Enter your answer in the box. Okay, I guess she hasn't made a mistake. Let's just, well, you know what? We don't even need to double check. I'm not going to check Mary's work for this line. Okay, that's not what we're being asked to do. Here they put a big fat zero. I just make mine a lot bigger. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14. And as I'm solving that, I'm also thinking, yep, and then 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13. So, boom. Now, here's another way you could have gotten that answer. You could have seen that they just added 9 plus 2 is 11. If you forgot the 9 plus 2, it's going to come out wrong. Then, no, I don't. Now I'm thrown for a loop. Let me see something. 9 plus 2 was 11. Why is this a 2? Have I done something wrong? If you're wondering why, why is that not a 1? It's almost like someone who made the test went, well, all you have to do is just, you would see that 6 plus something else is going to equal 12. So now it's making me want to recheck my work. I think I did something wrong. Or the test is wrong. Either way. I'm just going to rewrite them. Yeah, definitely don't proceed. If you're not sure about your answer, something doesn't add up, let's figure it out. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 4 is 19. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is 16. Well, so far I have the same answer they do. Big fat 0. 4 times 8 is 32. Put a 3. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13. So I don't know what I did earlier in the video. I just know it's wrong now. The answer isn't 5, or sorry, 4, it's 5. And now it starts to make sense that you would add up the 9 plus 2 and get 11. You get 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. So I'm not sure what mistake I made earlier, but the correct number is 5. Okay? There's an example of me owning my learning. There are 36 large fish tanks at the zoo. Okay. Each tank holds 205 gallons of water. How many gallons of water would it take to fill all the tanks? Let's solve 2 different ways, and it doesn't ask for an equation. So 1, I could just write it like this, standard algorithm. Ooh, I started to write it wrong. That's scary. 36. Okay. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 0 is nothing, so that's why we get 30. 6 times 2 is 12. Big fat 0. 36. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 0 is going to be nothing, so the 15 stays. 3 times 2 is 6. So our answer is going to be 7,380 gallons. So now I started emphasizing, what's it going to be? Oh, and look, I came up, never mind. All I needed to find was the number here. Okay, I started getting carried away about the mixed nuts. How many mixed nuts it's going to be. Okay, that's one way to solve it. And area model could be another way. What if we just did this? What if we just said, what's 200 times 36? 2 times 36 is 72. So it's going to be 7,200. And then what about 5 times 36? 5 times 30 is going to be 50. Or sorry, 150. It's going to be 180. Now, I guess in my head, I just did. I got the same product. I'm going to come down here. Come down here. What I did in my head was the area model. So let's be sure about that. We got 36. And then we have, normally we should have 200 plus something in the tens place, but here we just have 200. And it's really tiny, is the 5. So in my head, this is where some of the numbers are coming from. 2 times 3 is 6 with 3 zeros in the whole problem. 200 plus 6 is, or it's like times 6 is 1200. And then 6 times 5 is 30. 30 times 5 is 150. Here's where all those partial products came from. So that's where 7,200 came from, if you add them up. And 150 plus 30 equals 180. So 7,380. Okay, doesn't hurt. Kai, I have an aunt named Kai. That's not really her name. My dad would call her Kai, I think, because he would be crying, or someone would be crying. Oh, actually, it's my older uncle would be, my older uncle is very sick, would be, he's very sick right now. He would be calling out to her because the baby would be crying. Her name's Virginia, like the state. And he would call out to her, Kai, Kai, because he couldn't say cry. So there's a little bit of sad family history at this point. Kai ordered 1,012 baseball cards. Sharon ordered 5 times as many cards as Kai. We might be taking this problem out, but let's just look at it. Write and solve an equation to find B, the number of baseball cards Sharon ordered. Hey, cool. We got some kind of tape diagram here. Well, Sharon, we want to find out how much Sharon ordered. She ordered 1,012 times 5. That's going to be our equation, and I can solve it in my head. 5,060. Again, all I did was I just multiplied 5 times 1,000 is 5,000, and 5 times 12 is 60. Add it all together and get 5,060. We really need to make sure. Maybe you tried to do it this way. Maybe you made a mistake. I'm not sure. 5 times 2 is 12, or 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 60. 5 times 0 is nothing, 0. 5 times 1 is 5. So 5,060. Well, there's my equation. Okay. Multiply up. This one's straightforward. The bottom row is going to be easier. Kind of want to jump ahead to step 2 and just do the bottom row. But let's go ahead. 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 8 is 48. Plus 5 is 53. Try to keep these numbers lined up. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 7, or sorry, is 12. Plus 5 is 17. Big fat 0. And put 2, 809. Okay, 4, 12. 8 plus 8 is 16. 4,624. Probably the only straightforward question on most of the test. If you can do this, you know how to oh, come on. Oh, okay, no, never mind. I said, oh, come on. Let's just look. 12 times 10 to the first power. So there's just going to be 1 0 in the answer. It's going to be 120. 12 times 10 to the third power is going to have 3 zeros, so it's 12,000. 12 times 100 is going to have 2 zeros, so it's 1,200 or 1,200. And it looks like we're only using these once. You can never count on that, by the way. Don't count on it. 10 to the first power is just going to be, or 10 to the 0, 10 to the first power would be 10, but this is 10 to the 0 power, so it's just 1. 12 times 1 is 12. Select all the expressions that are equal to 3 times 10 to the third power. Oh, I like it. I like it. So let's remember, this is going back 3 times 10 times 10 times 10 is what it means. Okay. So we should just immediately know, hey, our answer is going to have 3 zeros. Okay. So 3 times 1,000 equals 3,000. 3 times 100 equals 300. 30. Look, let's count the zeros. 1, 2, 3. 3 times 1 is 3 with 3 zeros. That's going to be right. This one has 4 zeros. It's going to be wrong. It's going to be 30,000. Too much. And this is kind of like the other side of this one. There's 3 zeros. 1 times 3 is 3 with 3 zeros. Okay, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. Roseanne has 142 songs on her MP3 player. Something like an iPod. Do they used to have? Do they even have iPods anymore? 142 songs on an MP3 player. Teresa has 11 times as many songs as Roseanne. Show off. How many songs does Roseanne have? Well, we got to multiply to find. Oh, this is going to be so fast. 1 times everything on top is 142. Big fat 0. And 1 times 142 is still 142. Teresa has 1,562 songs. Sounds reasonable. I just mean for the number of songs someone could have. Should we just like do just a tiny let's do an estimation. Let's just use 10 instead of 11. So we know the answer should be close to 1,420, which it is. Okay. Good job. Okay.